In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can make more money using your existing designs and Amazon KDP. Amazon KDP is one of the easiest POD platforms out there. It's super simple and easy to get started. You don't need to be an author or artist, and you can start earning money by just reusing your existing designs from other POD platforms such as Merch by Amazon, Redbubble, Etsy, TeePublic, or any other POD. Don't forget to watch the end of the video, as I'm going to share some tips that could help you make more money on KDP. Right, let's get into the video. First things first, you'll need to sign up for a KDP account. This is super easy and it only takes a few minutes. Just head to the KDP website, I'll leave a link to it in the description, click Join Now, and follow the prompts to create your account. Unlike Amazon Merch on Demand, getting accepted for a KDP account is very straightforward. Unless you've previously been banned, of course, naughty, or you live in a country that is not currently supported by KDP, in which case you're stuffed. The traditional way to sell on KDP is by writing an actual book, but in this tutorial we are going to look at producing and creating low and medium content books such as journals and novelty notebooks. These books could be colouring books, planners, or just basic notebooks with lined or plain paper. Templates for the interior of the books, or manuscripts as they're called, can be found on sites such as Creative Fabrica or BookBolt or even Canva, and you could use an app like Canva to create colourful and interesting covers for your notebooks. I'll put links to both Canva and Creative Fabrica in the description below. If you already sell on other POD platforms, you can repurpose your existing designs. There are three main ways to use your existing designs to make book covers. Number 1. Convert your designs into a print-ready PDF file. You can do this with Canva using templates either from Canva or from the KDP website. Number 2. Use the cover creator that's included with the KDP uploader. And 3. Use an uploader such as Flying Upload, which does the whole job for you. And I'll leave a link to that as well in the description. Once you have your cover and interior ready to go, it's time to upload your book. On the KDP website, this is a pretty straightforward process, although it is very slow and clunky, especially if you're used to things like Merch on Demand. It can be very slow, depending on how busy Amazon servers are when you are uploading. Alternatively, you can use an automated upload such as Flying Upload. These apps speed up the process and they upload the books in the background, meaning that you can continue to work on other projects while it's uploading. To upload using KDP, navigate to your bookshelf, click the Create button, click Paperback, and the upload page will open. Just follow the prompts on the page to fill in your information, such as title, subtitle, and author, etc. Remember that just like other print-on-demand platforms, keywords are very important, so make sure you include those in the title and subtitle. As well as the title, you can use keywords in the description. KDP also provides you with 6 boxes, in which you can put in long-tail keywords, or any other keywords that you haven't managed to include in your title or description. This will definitely help your book to show up in search results and make it more likely for potential customers to discover your book. KDP books are put into categories, and you can choose up to 3 categories for your book to go into. However, it is important to make sure that the categories you choose are relevant to your book, or your book may be rejected. If you are producing notebooks or journals, make sure that you tick the low content box, and also tick the adult box if your book contains adult subjects or pictures. There are some age range options, but I generally leave them as they are. Click Save and Continue and you're on to the next page. As a side note, if you are not sure what low or medium content means, then please check out KDP's Terms and Conditions, which explains it pretty well. If you're uploading a journal or notebook, click Publish without ISBN, as you don't need one. Next, you're going to upload your manuscript, interior, and cover. So just select Browse, pick your interior and upload it. When it comes to the cover, there are a few options. If you've done a print-ready PDF, you can just upload it. If you're simply going to repurpose your PNG file, then click Cover Creator and follow the instructions there. Depending on the design, I generally choose a black background and I get rid of any other superfluous stuff such as author boxes. Just keep it plain and simple. Once you've uploaded the cover and manuscript, you can click the Review button. If everything's okay, you can then save and continue to the next part, which is pricing. Pricing can be a little bit tricky. You could always research other similar books in your niche to see what everybody else is pricing at. But for me, when I start on a notebook, I generally try to make around $1 or £1 for every sale, hopefully a little bit more. I base all my prices on the US market. So say I'm going to use $6.99 for my book in the US market, all the other prices will be auto-filled, and I leave them as they are. The only tweak I sometimes do is on UK books, and I try to make sure that the price for that is not some random figure. So if it's £5.7p, I will move it to £4.99 or some other number that makes sense. The last step is just hit publish and wait for your book to go live on KDP. Hopefully the sales will start rolling in, but be patient, as it often takes weeks or months to make your first sale on a notebook. Remember, the market is pretty saturated, and it takes a little bit of time to gain any traction. As promised, here are a few bonus tips on how to make a few more sales on Amazon KDP. Consider advertising your books. Unlike Merch on Demand, you get KDP advertising from day one. So when you've got a few books together, I suggest applying for an advertising account and create a lottery campaign on the American market and possibly the UK market too. If you've no idea what you're doing with advertising, I suggest looking at channels by KDP Royalty Wizard or Cameron Scott's Merch Yard channel, who can show you the basics and make sure you don't waste a lot of money doing it. Also, once your book is published, don't just sit and wait for sales to start rolling in. Try promoting it on your existing social channels or any contacts such as email lists that you may have built up with your other PODs. In the end, like all POD stuff, the more people know about your products, the more chance there is of somebody buying it. I do recommend using Flying Upload or another uploading automation app, although you do have to be careful with these, because if you try to upload too many books too quickly, you may trigger the KDP algorithm, which could suspend your account as it may think that you're a bot, or that you're using multiple accounts, which is not allowed. I use Flying Upload, and I get 100 free uploads a month. I generally break these down into batches of 20, so I upload 20, and I wait for them to pass review. And once they've passed, I do the next 20, and so on, until I've done 100 for the month. I don't think it's worth paying for the subscription plan, but that's up to you. But whatever you choose, start slowly and build the numbers up over time. Overall, the key to making money on KDP is to have high quality books with eye-catching covers. This, combined with relevant keywords, will give you the best chance of making sales. It did take me quite a few months for sales to build, but I'm now seeing over 50 sales most months on KDP. While this is nothing to write home about at the moment, it is a great way of supplementing your other POD income. And who knows, if it takes off, it may become your main source of POD income. If you have any questions about anything in this tutorial, or maybe I've missed something, then please leave a comment below, and I'll get back to you. Well, that's it for this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!